Welcome to another NEBA Spotlight. Today, I am so happy to present to you my friend Electra. Electra, tell us about you. Tell us about your business.
Thank you so much, Greg, and thanks so much for having me. So this morning, I'm going to spend a moment talking about an area that we drill into as a business coach and as someone who leads an accelerator board for first-time entrepreneurs, and it's about the numbers, which I got to tell you is not everyone's favorite topic, but so important. So before I dive in, just a little bit about myself. I am a business coach. My company is Tab Boston of Northwest. I also am a certified predictive index partner. And that is a psychometric tool that people use to help with making hiring decisions and really get to know people's natural strengths. I started my career as a software engineer, worked for over 30 years in the financial world, in the technology area, in different roles. And these are some of the companies I work for: State Street Bank, State Street Research, MetLife, Bank of New York Mellon. And I am currently the president of a historic society in Winchester. And we take care and restore a historic home called the Sanborn House. So that's a little bit about me. So I don't know how many SNL fans we have, but there was in the 1990s, you know how they do short, fake commercials? They did one on a gene called the bad idea gene. And if I don't know if anyone remembers it, put a shout out in the chat if you do. That used to tickle me because it was a bunch of guys. They were going to play basketball, and every idea in their head was awful. And then, of course, they'd snap to their genes, and then there was a tag called "bad idea." And so there are times when this thing still resonates in my head, and it's like, oh, someone's wearing their bad idea jeans. And as business owners, when it comes to ignoring your numbers, because, and I will tell you, for many, they feel intimidated by it. When you have this thought, you're wearing your bad idea jeans. I hear this every now and again. I've got enough money in the bank account. I'm good. I don't need to look at my numbers. I've got enough money. So I think it's a limited view, and often things are hidden and you actually don't. And so we want to do better than that. I sometimes hear, I just need another line of credit and things are going to be fine. And that's also another big red flag. How you use a line of credit, it can be a wonderful thing, but misused, it can be a bad thing. And the reason why, you run out of money. There are times in which I hear, look, you hear a lot of like, my gross profit is 3 million. How could I possibly not have enough cash to pay my bills? And this is an indication that you're looking at the wrong number. Like there's a saying, revenue is vanity. And so your top line is revenue. Profit is sanity, but cash is king. And we need to look at all the numbers to know that things are healthy and fine. The reality is businesses fail because they run out of cash. And it's surprising how many business owners don't see it coming. There's a wave coming, it's about to crash around them, and it's often too late. So we don't want anyone to be in that. And part of how we avoid that is by really knowing your numbers so you can make better decisions. In our accelerator boards, which are really geared towards first-time entrepreneurs, smaller companies, maybe solopreneurs, and we will make use of really good books that are aligned with really helping us build that strong foundation for your business. So Simple Numbers, Straight Talk, and Big Profits is a book we reference by Greg Crabtree. And I want to give you a few tips, things that you learn, and we talk about it. And honestly, it's eye-opening for many. So here's some tips. First of all, you got to pay yourself a market wage. If your numbers don't include a look at what it is that you're paying yourself a salary, have a skewed look at your numbers. You may think you're profitable and you're not, especially if you are going to hire someone to do work that you do. You got to know what your own wage should be. And over time, you want to get to a point in which you're paying yourself that. You have to know your pre-tax profit, and you got to know your direct labor costs. These are crucial numbers. These are dials you want to have in front of you. The notion of breaking even needs a buffer. And so a better break even to strive for is 10% pre-tax profit. This gives you a little breathing room, and you honestly need it as the business world goes up and down. Give yourself a little bit of a cushion. And huge piece of advice is really understanding your cash flows. So some advice on that end. First of all, pay taxes. Don't be surprised that you have to pay taxes. Put money away so you're not spending money that actually should be going towards being able to pay taxes. And I can tell you a lot of people do a lot of stupid things trying to avoid paying taxes. So just be careful. I'm not saying pay more than you need to, but just know you're going to need to pay some, and get those numbers out of your hands so you're not spending it. Get rid of your debt as soon as you can. It's a wise practice. The next is keep 2 months of operating reserve. You want that in cash. You want it in case there's even just a slow cash flow with someone not paying you as they're supposed to. Give yourself that buffer too. And then at the right time is when you take profit distributions out of your business. You're already paying yourself a salary. You got to make sure you understand when it's better to invest and when it's time to take some money out. There's a number, and we hear the term salary cap get used with pro teams. Think about it for your own business. One big question always comes up: can I afford to hire? And understanding the max you can spend on salary in totality without going below that 10% pre-tax profit is a good number to know. You won't get yourself in trouble, and you'll know what you have available for hiring. And alongside that question is understanding something that Greg talks about, as this is Greg Crabtree, is something called a labor productivity ratio that helps you understand if you're maximizing the productivity of your existing team, or when you're in a good shape to another factor on hiring. What we're talking about is ways to know your numbers so that you're steering your ship and in the right direction and keeping it safe and not getting yourself in trouble. And so those are some tips, and it really helps when you are a business owner who's looking to go far. One of our favorite quotes is an African proverb. It says, to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And so being a part of a peer board is a way to have a team supporting you so that you will go far and really achieve the dreams that you have as a business owner. And so we do help business owners see clearly and lead confidently. And thank you so much for your time this morning. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Electra. What's the best way for people to get a hold of you if they're interested to learn more?
You can reach me at Electra at tabbostonnw.com. And I'd love to chat.
Thank you so much. We look forward to supporting you.
Thanks.